Yeah. Is there really a more fitting way to play a Magic Arena session than invoking despair? Because whether it's in yourself or your opponent, somebody's going to feel sad at some point, right? So we've got this green-black value rock deck with Invoke Despair here, generating 3-for-1s in lots of cases. We've got Citystalker Connoisseur here, which generates blood tokens here and value. We've got Binding as an enchantment and Jukai as an enchantment creature that work with Soul Transfer to pick creatures and planeswalkers up from your graveyard to your hand. This channel ability here also gets you a bunch of non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand, so these together kind of loop to make a bunch of value, which is nice. We've got Dig Up as kind of an extra land / demonic tutor, so this deck seems sweet. Let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how the matches feel. Oh, Meathook's an enchantment too. That's a good shout. I just cannot get this little piece of food out of my gum line. They queued into Mythic top 800. Maybe we're supposed to play the Visionary on 2 as a ramp spell here. Oh my gosh, did we queue into a mirror match? I think we queued into a mirror match, chat. That's hilarious. Did this deck put up a result somewhere? I don't think I saw it in any of the Alchemy stuff this past weekend. It went 3-2 in our open, the one person that played it there. Okay, so this is pausing, so they have multiple cards that cost 4 mana in their hand. Things to note here. I'm not attacking them for 4. I think I want to play defense. I think this might just be a cleave angle, chat. A slick animation. Grab another Invoke Despair here. T-Wing, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I mean, I play Alchemy every day on this stream for like almost 2 hours, and I've literally never played this matchup before, Green Ranger. For what it's worth. So I believe you that Andrew Cuneo posted a video with it, but like calling it a little popular when we queue into it for the first time after playing a bunch of Alchemy for the last little bit is kind of silly. I know Twitch chat has a hard time thinking past like the last 30 seconds that we've played, but when we snap back to reality. Oh my god, this card costs 4 black? Why does it cost so much black mana, chat? I'm gonna be honest, in my brain, this card costs 3 black. Nailed it. Never didn't have it. A true skill game. I think I'm just actually just chilling here because I don't want to let them like attack them for 3 and then have them get in with the Bankbuster next turn. Prefer to lose the Bankbuster over the Connoisseur? Yes, that is why I blocked the way I blocked. So do we just like Jukai Visionary pick up double Invoke Despair here? I think that might be the line, chat. And now I'm gonna start attacking because there's a good chance they're about to Invoke Despair me. Most likely. They just demonic tutored, so. I mean, I would heavily encourage chat to question the plays that I make, but don't just do it in a way that asks me to restate the thing I already did, right? Like if you think I should have done something else on a given turn, say, Jeff, I think you should have done this thing, and then explain why you think that thing is the better choice. Okay, so if I Bloodchief's Thirst this, the Invoke Despair is gonna draw 3. And make them lose 6. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it deals 2, they lose 2, and you draw a card for each mode that they don't get to meet. Are we playing Golgari Burn? Yes. Yes, actually. We're not playing Golgari Burn, chat. Pretty big hit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. X would be 8. But if I just Meathook Massacre here, I'm not. If I Meathook Massacre, I live through the Lair of the Hydra even if they have a land. I think that's correct. Right? Because every time one of theirs things die, I gain a life. No, I feel like, Patrick, if you can't think of a good reason to why you should make the different play, you should just discard it. Like, why, if you, like that's kind of training you to make good plays on your own. Like, don't just take game actions, right? Like, if you can't come up with a reason in your head for why a line is good, you just shouldn't take that line. Like, there's always lots of choices you can make in a different turn. You should be thinking through, okay, are these good choices or bad choices and why? And if you can't think of a reason to do something that's good, like, it's just not worth doing. Yeah, turn the autopilot off. Don't just take random game actions. Hey, well, we'll miss you during the day, DMS, but congrats on your upgrade. Ugh, dig up here. Hey, about to drain us for 6, chat? No, just a Citystalker, sure. That's unfortunate. I am out of gas now. I guess we're trying to race with Hive of the Eye Tyrant and Lair of the Hydra. I have a lot of cards in hand, though, so they could have removal. Random game actions are how you get a 1400 damage Cinderace. Mood. All right, so they can pick things back up from the bin. So I'm gonna take their Invoke Despair out of here, I think. I think I'm gonna go ahead and deal 3 here now, because I wanna play Lair of the Hydra out. I don't think I want to exile this to this. Although maybe I'm supposed to. I'm 13 here. So they're at 4. And our Graveyard Trespasser could drain. Are we the beatdown? From the current position we are in, we are definitely trying to knock them out. We are down on cards and resources, so we need to just get this game over with. Our opponent has used 9 minutes off of the clock. I have used 4 minutes off of my clock. They have taken over twice as much game time as I have. Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious. gotta let the stream catch up. Yeah, basically. Oh! Oh, shoot. I should have animated my Hive in response to that Death Touch trigger, probably. I didn't think about that. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus this. They can make this a 5. No, in tournament Magic, you have a shared round timer. That's truly awful. Okay, I'm gonna go land Meathook their Graveyard Trespasser here, so that way they can't gain life. We keep them on the ropes here. Basically impossible to just clocks in person. That's not really true. I don't understand why we think logistically a chess clock is harder for Magic than it is for chess players. The pace of play would be brutal in a good way. Punish people for playing slowly. Nobody would remember. Chat, do you understand how many asterisks there are in Magic the Gathering as a game already? Does time often play a role? It does, yeah. In fact, in the historic format here, one of the best decks, the Cat Oven deck, regularly ends with one player timing out in the mirror because the deck is so tedious and click intensive to play to execute. You wave your hand every time it's the opponent's go right, just punch the clock instead, yeah, basically. Yeah, our Hive plus Trespasser will hopefully be lethal next turn. Oh no, they killed my Meathook Massacre, chat! No! Okay, they have to deploy blockers though now, right? Damn it.
You reek with terror. I will cull the...
Crew the Bankbuster, do it. Crew the Bankbuster. Rats. Okay, so... the clock would clean up issues with whose turn it is to have priority. That is super accurate. What a silly mirror. Get rid of their Graveyard Trespasser here so they can't get it back to gain life. Alright, they gotta clean out my Trespasser before we get to attack. Yeah, they can't draw a card with Lulth. I've now taken 6 minutes. My opponent has taken 13 minutes. The delta between the amount of time my opponent and I have spent actually playing continues to increase the longer the match goes on. CNB, thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. I appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, the fact that they have another Graveyard Trespasser. They have another Graveyard Trespasser in their chat. Okay, I took one of them, but we couldn't get them both. Alright, can we draw and Invoke Despair? Please, please, please. So if I exile a spider, they die, right? Because of the menace? I can't exile one of these because it crews this, then they still have 4 blockers. What? Chat, what happened? Chat, do you see me? No, I won the game. Why wouldn't it let me cast a spell? Chat! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Panic! Restart! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We drew the card we needed. Oh no! Quickly! Quickly, Magic Arena! No, come back, Magic Arena! Panic! No, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back! I won the game! I won the game, Magic Arena!
How desperate.
Where's my spell? Where is it? No! What the fuck? Go home, Magic Arena, you're drunk! What the actual? It just ate our spell! Alright, let's put this on the stack and see if it does anything. It's actually just... It says I have 0 cards in my hand. It's not, it's actually just gone. It's actually just gone. No, we don't win, they have blockers. That's wild. What did I tell you, chat? We're queuing up for some Magic Arena. Invoke Despair is an aptly named card to be playing. Your permanent plus graveyard plus exile totals 59 cards. It does, doesn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 13. Yeah, it's 13, 13 is 26, 56. Yeah, it's actually just gone. It like did I hold on? I'm gonna check under my desk. Aha! I got it. Wait, no, it's just a copy of Timeout. Never mind. All right. I'm not playing a game 2. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. We're gonna start a new match. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little salty, chat. We played that game really well, and it just disappeared. Like, I just absolutely freaking forever removed from the game. Yeah, wow, that is wild. It's actually incredible. Oh. That did not happen when I played the deck this weekend. Yeah, I really wish the opponent had been recording so we could see what happened over there. Wake up, sheeple, the truth is out there. Magic Arena is out to get us. We were playing for Auntie. No, it didn't spend our mana. It was just gone. It just disappeared. Does it cruise this, then they still have 4 blockers? Chan, I play a lot of Magic Arena. That was definitely a first for me. Can't say that I've experienced that one before. They like dragons with the slow hand? Play Trespasser here and just plan to trade, I think. I think that bug was so ridiculous and weird. I'm not sure I would believe someone else if they told me they had experienced that bug. I think that would be like it'd be like a haha, yeah, sure type moment for me. Like, okay, we know it's bad, but it's like, it's not that bad. Oh, I despise this card. This design is so obnoxious. Sardnox, our second new Shillionaire today. Look at that trickle down economy in action. coming at you. Thanks for watching a ton. You can submit a deck using the form on the website. You can also drop me a DM on Discord to get added to Beverly Shills. Or just dead. Ugh, gross. Self-made shillionaire. I tried to play a card, it just didn't happen, and then I lost. Yeah, it's like, yeah, right. Sure it did. Sure, that was the reason you lost. I believe you. I don't really have a lot of good board cards here. I got a couple of Parasitic Grasps. From Bankbuster, I think, still on the slow side. Unbarisa, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. We're just attacking for 1 and then playing our 3/3. Your deck only has 59 cards in it, and thus you broke the rules and lost. It's true, you know. Hey, chat, we are the beatdown here today. I think we just binding this Town Razor and then get in for 6, 7, technically. Oh, that is an aggressive attack. Agree. Their dojo does not contain fear. Maybe it should, chap. Maybe it should. I am a green-black burn deck after all. I mean, they're definitely playing Adversary. We saw it in the first game. I just want to, they're pretty far off of that being a super relevant thing they can do. I just want to gain as much life as possible and deal as much damage as possible here. Chill for the turn. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Should have known, should have known, should have known again. I got all the Bankbusters in the draw and put the Soul Shatter in. Look at me! I'm the burn deck! This is close. Yeah, it's got a lot of creature lands. The problem is that, like, this probably doesn't block super profitably. I'm not sure I want to keep, Okay, this does block nicely into the 2/2 at least, he says, before getting frostbitten. Oh my gosh, it is double strike now. This card's so punishing for when you miss a beat, chat. Just absolutely brutal. So the person in chat who I just timed out for saying slap is a gender now, I know you think you're being funny, but what you're actually being is hurtful. Don't be a dick. Or at least if you're going to be a dick, don't do it in my chat. Punching down is never a joke. Don't be hateful towards people that already experience a lot of that. Be better. Or probably did here. The unchecked Rahilda just ran away with the game. Like, it's very possible I should have mulliganed this and just didn't have a removal spell on 2 or 3. This is certainly where the Magic the Gathering happens. My favorite color in Magic. I actually really like decks like this one generally. Like black mid-range interactive decks. With the second splash. You can splash a lot of different colors in different formats, whether it be green, red, white, etc. Usually not blue. Blue-black tends to play out differently. Like not non-blue black mid-range. You're supposed to be studying for an exam. Take Wannabe Beetle's timeout as a suggestion and go study. Close my Twitch stream. Your school's important. Get good grades. Ooh. To the people in chat that are trying to discuss the Magic Arena economy and potential changes to it. The Magic Arena economy is greedy and awful, and it's never going to change or improve. You should learn to accept it for what it is, or you should move on to playing a more consumer-friendly game like Legends of Runeterra or Pokemon Unite or basically anything else. And with that bit of suggestion, let's not talk about economy stuff in my chat, because it just gets bogged down in a way that's not really constructive. Or Pokemon, yeah, the new Pokemon TCG client is coming out. Coming out real soon, and its economy is supposed to be super reasonable from what I've read. Excited to see how that works out in principle. Smoldering Egg. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Are we drawing cards? I think we're drawing cards. We need to find an answer to the egg, right? Is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Economy bad? It is a small step above Magic Arena, which is to say it's still awful. Yeah, I generally reserve judgment, Rufio, until I've got my hands on it myself, but early reports sound reasonable. From people I've talked to that have played a lot with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Client, the thing the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Client does really well is it gives the player their first deck or two largely free before they slow the free-to-play drip down to a microscopic amount, which is smart. I think that's something Magic Arena could stand to learn. When you're selling drugs, you have to give them the first bit of drugs for free, chap. Oh, they discarded Disdainful Stroke, so their hand is all cheap things at the moment, huh? There's a good chance they have another counterspell, huh? We're gonna Trespasser plus Grasp this turn is my plan. Put them under pressure here. Soul Shatter. Culling Ritual technically clears out the dragon, huh? We're actually really good at killing dragons with this deck. Got a lot of decent ones. Yeah, they might not have had any spells, that's true. They discarded Stroke. They could have been on like all blanks. Our spells did just resolve very quickly. Ride me a river, baby. Bottom that. I think we're just looking for a piece of cheap removal if we could find one. Stramalama, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Hey, Chen, eventually one of these must counter spells will resolve. Says increasingly nervous man for the third time this game. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Whose despair are we invoking anyway? If only Boseiju was the other one. Mood. Alright, you know what? You don't want to tap out? Fine. I would like one Citystalker Connoisseur, please. I could just do this. Oh, memory deluge is annoying. I should have just kept jamming Invoke Despairs. Get this in while the resolving is good. Yikes. Yikes. In general, Robin, we try not to gender things that don't explicitly have genders described. Creature land, slap land, etc. are much preferred jargon for shorthand of these types of cards. Calling things like these man lands kind of perpetuates the male is the default type things that are ingrained in our society that aren't great. I mean, they're not humans, so human land is not accurate. Creature land or slapped land are both technically correct and descriptive. Yeah, but I'm not speaking in Spanish, and neither is anybody in my chat. So I'm not gonna get into the nuance of you with your language. I'm talking about in English, which is what we're speaking here. I'm gonna time you out for using a non-English language in my chat. I do not speak that, so I cannot know if you are being offensive or reasonable. So, please stick to English in my spaces. If I cannot moderate it, it's not being used in my spaces. Because I've been on the internet shit. What is slap land referred to? I'm gonna slap my opponent with this land shit. It's a slap land. Was it actually calling me stupid in Spanish? Please go back and ban that person then. I'm gonna believe you, sub of 49 months, unbanned twin. It's a ban, God bless. See, chat? That's why the internet is full of awful people. They are the reason we can't have nice things. If you think being respectful to other people, regardless of what they look like or where they come from, makes me a not nice person, then I'm gonna be not nice to you. You can not be welcome in my spaces. I subscribe to the school of thought of treat people reasonably regardless of who they are until they tell you who they are, chat. And then if someone tells you that they're an awful person, you should believe them and treat them as such. Always give a fair benefit of the doubt, but when someone opens their mouth, listen to what comes out of it and act accordingly. I think we're dead, fam. Oh, they're not attacking. Nah, we've had some chat off while we've been in Magic too. It's been mostly fine. Metrics for Magic are down enough that there haven't been a lot of new people coming in. So it's been mostly tame. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I believe the time surrounding Magic Arena's exit from open beta. Yeah, Guilds of Ravnica, when Arena left open beta, was the highest statistics. But you can actually just go validate that for yourself for what it's worth. I'm a data junkie, you know, always have links on hand. Click around on the time frames on this site. Click the more button. There's a ton of good information up there. To be fair, I think the high metrics about that time were less related to Standard being good and more related to Magic Arena being new. It's just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Has really high metrics right now right after their client release, but that likely won't stay the norm. I think Dickup's probably too slow in this matchup. Let's just bring in some discard spells. Is that a Skyclave Shade matchup? It might be, actually. I guess you could say that Arena's magic is gone. No, not really. I mean, like, anybody who understands this industry, which is not many people to be fair, I suppose, understands that, like, things get less popular as time goes on and their hype is highest right at release. That's just, like, expected. You could argue that maybe Magic Arena has flubbed things it could have been doing to keep that release hype higher longer. Or maintain more of the people that came in that initial wave, but like, you know. Like as a good measure, for example, go look at the list of creators that were invited to Arena's first Mythic Invitational, and look at how many of them still play Magic Arena. There is a significant chunk of them that haven't touched the game or made content for it in a long time, but they were in when the hype was high, right? So you take their absorb energy here, and the next turn Citystalker will bin the Memory Deluge. There really isn't an established good Dragons deck in this format currently, Axel. I think, from my experience, I'd probably say Red-White is probably the best, but it hasn't put up results yet. I think Savit's moved on to Auto Battlers. He's doing a lot of the Hearthstone Auto Battler last I checked. And that wasn't a call out at any one person in particular, by the way. Like, I wasn't talking about... I know Savit's got a ton of incredibly unfair shit from the Magic community for, like, his position, the MPL, and other stuff. And that actually wasn't a call out to him. Like, there are, like, many of the people that got invited to that first invitational that came into Magic with that stuff are no longer in the Magic space. I don't blame any of them, right? Like, people should play games that they enjoy and follow content that they like making and that their audience likes. It was just more so me being able to point it out that that type of thing is coming. Yeah, I like Savitz a lot. Like, when he's playing a game that I enjoy, he's a very good content creator. I'm just not into Battlegrounds personally, so I don't watch a ton of him anymore. For people that are new here, by the way, I am something of a Magic relic myself. My channel's been a Twitch partner for, gosh, Tumos. You had what, your 6.5-year resub the other day? One of the OGs. And I've been streaming longer than my channel's been partnered. I've been doing Magic stuff since Magic Online. We stream Paper Magic here for a little bit too. A lot of different stuff over the years. Yeah, it's tough making decisions about people that you used to consider friends or family that have gone deep down the political poison rabbit hole. I don't know. I found it personally, I don't know that I'm a good person to talk to, because like Christy and I grew up in the Chicagoland area, so like the people that we grew up with that ended up doing that type of stuff, it wasn't really a big deal to just like stop interacting with them because they just weren't really part of our lives anyways. And like once Christy and I were making friends here in like our early to mid 20s and now 30s, like a lot of the people that we just happen to be friends with and get along with are reasonable individuals. We're gonna go ahead and just take care of this one. Uses our mana for the turn and stops them from getting ahead. These are definitely gonna be demonic tutors. We have plenty of lands. Put a stop on my upkeep here. Go ahead and get rid of this. Sacrifice a land. Oh, god damn it. I even said the word sacrifice a land and then clicked the wrong action. It's on me if we lose. Maybe we'll use the land next turn. We'll see. Hey, Lola. Thanks for the 7 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back. All right. Yes. Get rid of it, please. Oh, the auto tapper screwed us, chat. Obviously, I should be more careful when thinking about it, but that's super frustrating. If I just tap the forest during my upkeep, I could have invoked Despair here and been pretty far ahead, and now we're probably dead. Taking even one hit from this is a really big deal. They just made 3 treasure tokens. It's kind of terrifying. This one's gotta be drawing cards, right? They play the 8-mana Dealton. I don't know, and I'd prefer not to find out. Oh yeah, we have plenty of food for the Trespasser. They have enough resources to play both of these next turn, which is pretty scary. Flaming sausage. It does kind of look like a flaming sausage, doesn't it? It's a hot link. Oh, wow. So they get to triple spell this turn? Are they dead? They're dead, right? Mono black burn, baby. Green black burn? Look at me. I'm the burn deck. That hit with the Bankbuster last turn. Goodbye, friends. I keep a couple of meat hooks. Our main deck seems pretty okay set up for this matchup. He fixed Cruel Ultimatum. It does kind of have Cruel Ultimatum vibes, doesn't it? 10 months, Ender. Welcome back. Appreciate the prime. I like what this deck is doing, but I'm not sure that it's actually good. We seem okay into mid-range and control decks. Aggro just like kind of shoved us in a trash can. Invoke Despair felt powerful. When the Magic Arena client isn't taking the game-winning card out of our hand and deleting it after we draw it, we seem okay. Spartacus! Thank you for the 11 months of support. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Attila the Hung. Thanks for the follow. Oh, Twitch names. Oh, Twitch usernames. I think the best piece of advice for if you're someone that's gonna bounce in and out of Magic Arena a little bit is I'd recommend checking out Historic. Historic doesn't change a ton from time to time, so if you pick up a deck there, it can mostly be playable in perpetuity. As far as rotating formats go, I greatly prefer Alchemy to Standard. Alchemy is a little bit more aggressive / mid-range slanted at the moment, whereas Standard is a little bit more controlling. I feel like they made treasures way too aggressively with this Blazing Sky card. I'd be all over drawing extra cards. Yeah, they discarded a 2-drop with the second one, so their hand is a bunch of cheap stuff at the moment. You know, I actually had someone ask me about Tempered Steel the other day. Yeah, we should try that again at some point. So the follow wisdom. I've got a small backlog of things I want to play in both formats at the moment. Just kind of playing one thing a day, working our way through them. New Alchemy stuff will happen next month. It happens about a month after set release. And we should be having spoilers start. Do they start tomorrow? Can't remember. I thought it said I thought I heard the 24th somewhere, but I don't know for sure. Yes, we will get an Alchemy card drop with direct-to-digital card designs, as well as card rebalances about a month following every set release. They start tomorrow? Okay. Do we know how long the spoiler season is for the Alchemy stuff? Usually they post a list of all the creators that are gonna have spoiler cards, right? Do we have that up yet? That shows us how long the season is?
Professional at saving in a stride by now. You're lucky this is a warning shot.
Alright, let's fire this up, and now they have to choose if they want to save their Chandra or trade their Moonveil. Alright, I'm gonna play this out as a land and drop my Graveyard Trespasser. I think anything in Neon Dynasty needs to be brought down in power level. No, I don't think so. I think this card could probably stand to see an adjustment. It's pretty pushed. I think Neon Dynasty as a whole is pretty good spot though. That's a heck of a last couple of cards. Just for the follow max spell. Friendo. Any buffs to be expected? Not expected, but always appreciated. They buffed a bunch of cards in the last balance patch, and I hope they do that again. Really, really love to see them kind of push the format by making more things playable. Potentially. Yeah, I think Town Razor missed the mark for sure. I would not mind seeing Town Razor get another change. Are they dead? Fight an untapped land here. We get to fire up both creature lands. I think they're dead. Cause I get to drain them for one with the Trespasser, and then they take 9 from combat. Good beats, good beats. Creature lands are busted, shit. They're so good. Alright, let's play one more with this green-black deck before we head back into the Forbidden West, huh? They did nerf Teferi Time Raveler and unban it in the last balance pass, so hopefully we get more of that. Winota, Field of the Dead. Yes, this is the deck list that Beetle played at the Open spread up. It looked sweet, so I wanted to kick the tires on a little bit. Yeah, hopefully we get more historic changes. I think something in Phoenix could stand to be nerfed, and I think something in Phoenix could stand to be nerfed for sure, and Cat Oven could use an adjustment. Fixed Oko, yes, please, for the love of God. I would love a fixed Oko. I actually think Oko's design is really awesome. I would really, really like it if we get Oko with better numbers. Yeah, Go Blank is for graveyard decks and control decks. Would Field of the Dead be unplayable if the zombies had decayed? Yeah, probably. What would a fixed Uro look like? You probably make it so it either ramps you or draws a card. Yeah, you probably make that an either or. I think that's where I'd start. Yeah, you make the draw or ramp conditional. You pick one. I'm gonna be playing an aggro deck and kill me, but Santa's like lands and spells, so I think I keep. A deck like what we're playing is definitely better in an open deck list tournament, where you don't just get randomly mowed down by aggro. How do you fix Winota? You unban it, shit. Winota was lukewarm take. Winota was never a problem. Play more Doomblades, kids. All right, we got our 3-4-5 curve guaranteed here. Yeah, Omnath should get buffed. They over nerfed Omnath. Oh, are they a Bard class deck? Yeah, I think you're right that they're a Bard class deck. That explains Plarg and the werewolf. So basically, their deck doesn't do anything if they don't have Bard class. For those who aren't familiar with their archetype. Was that a good draw, chap? I think I'd also put it, so I think all of the hate the card Field of the Dead gets in Magic is really weird to me. It's strange that a card like Field of the Dead that literally doesn't do anything if you don't have 7 lands in play and is a come into play tapped land is banned in formats where you literally can lose the game on turn 3. Like, I don't get why incidental value off of my land in the late game is too strong in formats where there often just isn't a late game. Yeah, I actually think that's really true, Zauzi. I think Field of the Dead gets hate because the people that are the loudest in the Magic community are people that like playing do-nothing miserable decks. It's very accurate. I think we have appropriately invoked the Despair chip. Grasp sounds good. Culling Ritual sounds good. Outland Liberator sounds good. Just lots of ways to remove my opponent's Bard class if they draw it. Just want to try and make sure their deck doesn't function, essentially. Yeah, stuff like that is true too. Field never got a chance in Historic without Uro being legal is also accurate, and Uro is a big part of the problem in those decks for sure. Thanks for the follow, ArenaCraft. The problem with Field of the Dead in Modern was that Primeval Titan is still legal in that format for some reason. That's the problem with Field of the Dead. Yeah, Field was banned before Uro was banned. 100%. I'm not a big fan of people that like, oh my god, how does this card get through playtesting, etc. Like, design is complicated and it's easy to miss on little things. My criticism of bad designs or things that are too pushed will always come with the asterisk that it's always the speed at which they react. In fact, I would put forward the argument that cards being too good on occasion is a good thing, because if you're not failing on occasion, you're not really trying and innovating. And the reason why Magic has existed for 30 years is because it has good ideas, because they try things. And it's okay to fail sometimes, chat. The problem is never the failure in and of itself, it's the slow response to correct the failure after the fact that we usually see from Wizards. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Lord Donkey. It's why I like Alchemy and the idea of it and how they've been executing so far, because it's not a one pass and done type scenario, right? It's not just binary, this card's legal, this card's banned. We get to like actually massage and tune things and work on the numbers. So the follow, Jacob. I think we're just passing here, huh? Does the land go? How do you get alchemy cards? So if you get there are alchemy dedicated packs that have all alchemy cards in them. But there are also, you can also craft them, and if you have the non-alchemy version of a card, you get to, if the non-alchemy version of a card, you get the rebalance version of it as well. They saw through us, Chip. Okay, and we have an artifact and an enchantment for soul transfer here now. I'm chilling on soul transference for a bit. Oh, I should have paid extra to gain more life here, right? I should have gained 2 more. You get the rebalanced version of a card from Alchemy Packs. You also get the standard one. You do, yeah. They are. They're 1,000 gold or however many gems. Unfortunately for our opponent, their experience with Bard class was largely mirrors my own, and why we don't try that anymore on stream. When your deck doesn't have Bard class, or it has it and then it gets removed, your deck's just kind of this awkward mix of legendary things, which is sad, but it's reality. This deck felt kind of neat. Invoke Despair specifically felt like a really powerful effect every time we drew and cast it. Soul Transference is kind of a neat card too, just like incidentally having artifacts from Bankbuster and Citystalker making blood tokens is kind of sweet. One thing I kind of want to explore this spell with inside of Alchemy specifically is the Sanguine Brushstroke. Makes you a blood token as an enchantment, so it kind of enables the both part of this all on its own as a single card. Obviously, I don't think Brushstroke's very good here, but that's something I want to try out, maybe in like a more aggressively slanted mid-range deck. The aggressive matchup seemed like it was pretty hard for the shell. We died pretty handily to an aggressively slanted red deck. Maybe you want like slightly more Parasitic Grasps or March of the Wretched Sorrow in the 75 to make that better. There's a lot of anti-control cards in our board. We've got 3 Go Blanks, Check for Traps, Duress, and Skyclave Shade. So maybe some amount of those anti-control cards got to give in order to fit some more cheap, efficient spot removal in here that can keep us alive early in the aggro matchups.